It is Friday, the 25th day of April 2025. Good evening and welcome to Newswatch and Hope TV, a station where you look and live. Now, Kenya's deepening ties with China have sparked diverse reactions across political, economic and civil society sectors. During President William Ruto's state visit to Beijing, the two nations signed 20 multi-billion agreements. On today's Conundrum, we take a look into the deals and ask a few questions. Stay tuned for that in the course of this bulletin. I'm Tess Njenga and our sign language interpreter is Boniface Mureithi. First, let's take a look at the day's news. Now, in a bid to curb cult-like churches and practices in the country, the police have arrested a pastor in Kilifi County. The pastor, known as Abel Kahindi, heads the New Foundation Church in Chakama. Kilifi North Deputy County Commissioner Samuel Mutisia noted that there have been strange activities in the church, highlighting that he has a tree which they refer to as the Tree of Life. Kahindi has denied allegations of deaths in his church, saying that only one person died while he was away from the church. This comes just a day after Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen sent a stern warning to chiefs and their assistants over strange activities in their localities.
La kushangaza ni kwamba yeye hana Biblia, ndio pasta wa kwanza kuona kwamba hajabeba Biblia. Na tukimuonji wakati ameonjiwa pia anasema yeye anaamini sana kupeana maji ya uzima ambayo ndio anauza kwa shilingi 100 mitungi 3. Alafu pia anaamini sana katika mti wa uzima. Huo mti wa uzima mnaona ni huu mti ambayo uko hapa, ambao sasa waumini wale wamekuja na ni kama wamepangawa ama wako na mapepo, wanapanda huo mti, na wakipanda huo mti mapepo yanambumburuka yanaenda. Kwa hivyo ukiangalia sasa hizo ni itikadi ambazo asieleweki.
Mimi ni pastor, natumia Biblia, lakini mahali nimetolewa sikujua hata nitafika kanisani. Ndio maana nimetoka hata bila Biblia. Sikujua kwanza nitakuja kanisani. Lakini Biblia iko. Huo ndio mtu wa uzima.
Kwa nini unaita uzima?
Ni kwa sababu wanaokuja hapa wana mapepo. Wanapofika pale na kupanda, mapepo wanawatoka. Sasa nitaita mti wa uzima.
Labda kuna watu wanahudumia
hapa ndani, wakati nikiwahudumia hawajapoteza maisha. Sipokuwa kuna mmoja alipokuja hapa, alilala siku ya pili ndio akaga kabla hata sijafika hapa kanisani. Wakati huo nilipokuwa Malindi. Lakini sijahudumia mtu pale na akafa pale.
Now, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission IEBC selection panel has wrapped up interviews for the position of chairperson and members of the electoral body, concluding a month-long process that began on March 24th. Led by Dr. Nelson Makanda, the panel interviewed 11 candidates for chairperson and 107 out of 111 shortlisted candidates for the member positions. In a statement today, the panel has announced that it will now retreat to compile a report, which will be sent to President William Ruto, alongside 11 names from which the new IEBC will be constituted. A section of political leaders in the country, including former President Uhuru Kenyatta, have praised the late Pope Francis as a man who sacrificed to serve people. Speaking during a requiem mass held for the late Pontiff, Chief Justice Martha Koome, who was also in attendance, thanked the Catholic Church for its role in society. The funeral of the late Pope Francis is scheduled for this Saturday, that is tomorrow, April 26th, at St. Peter's Square in Rome. National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula is expected to represent the country during the funeral.
He identified till the end with the voiceless, with those who are trampled upon, with those who apparently have no rights, with those who are rejected, with those who are not able to speak out, that we speak out for them, that we defend them.
Thank you very much, the Catholic Church, for the work you have continued to do also in this country, to educate our people, to treat the sick, and to give us hope. May God give us another servant, give you another servant to carry on the work of our great Father.
He chose to serve, not to be served. He chose to deliver, to save, not to be saved. I think many of you will always recall his one statement everywhere he went. He just said simply, just pray for me. Pray for me. Pray for him to be able to do what he was doing.
Now, a post-mortem examination has ruled out foul play in the sudden death of Kariobangi North member of County Assembly Joel Munove. The chief government pathologist, Dr. Johansen Oduor, speaking after the autopsy conducted at the Lee Funeral Home, confirmed that the MCA died from a pulmonary blood clot that formed in the deep veins of his left leg and traveled to his lungs, fatally blocking a major artery. Oduor explained that the clot deprived Munove's body of oxygen, ultimately leading to his death. The joint postmortem was carried out by both independent and government pathologists, who reached a conclusive agreement that there was no sign of foul play involved. Well, on that note, sad note, let us take a short break on Newswatch tonight. So we have more news coming up, including the conclusion of President Ruto's tour in China.
Welcome to the world of Hope Media, a media unit of Christ is the Answer Ministries that is committed to spreading the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ through the transformative power of media. Hope Media is dedicated to utilizing various forms of media to spread the message of hope, love, and redemption to all people around the world. Hope Media consists of various units that work together to achieve this goal. These units include Hope FM, Hope FM is your number one Christian radio station, offering you discussions on current day-to-day issues, inspiring music, life-changing sermons, and news updates, broadcasting 80% in English and 20% in Swahili, with listenership of over 12 million every month. Hope TV. Hope TV programming is designed to inspire, educate, and challenge the viewer with wholesome content to reach various demographic groups, children, youth, and adults, both male and female, with viewership of over 24 million every month. Hope Recording Studios. Hope Recording Studios is a state-of-the-art recording facility that offers high-quality recording, mixing, and mastering services. It is designed to meet the needs of musicians, artists, and other creative professionals who require top-notch recording facilities. Hope Creative. At Hope Creatives, we believe that inspiring graphic design work doesn't just happen. It takes the right people with wild, out-of-the-box ideas committed to the same ideals, working together to make it happen. We listen, we learn, we brand. Hope Digital. Hope Digital is a creative digital unit within Hope Media. We are driven by a passion to creatively express ourselves while influencing you with the same creative energy in online spaces and beyond. At Hope Media, we believe that media can be a powerful tool for spreading the message of hope as well as grow your business through advertisements, and we do this with excellence. For more information regarding our services, please visit www.hopemediakenya.org or call us on 0709 861 180. Hope Media. We keep hope alive.
I've actually been trying to find a balance. It's been really tough and hectic, but everyone says once you get a hang of it, it becomes better, and I don't know, but I'm hoping to find a balance soon because it's really been hectic. But you've been in the job industry for a long time, so I think you would know better. Sindio?
Huh? What time is it? I need to catch up on Leadership Forum. Do they have a radio here? Never mind. I brought my own.
No way. You can't be serious. Wait, why do you have a radio and you can just catch up with the shows on Hope FM podcasts?
Really? Even Meet of the Wild?
I mean, you can find them on whatever platform, name it. AfriPods, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, you name it.
But I'm not subscribed on any of them.
So no worries. You can just check out the latest episodes on hopemediakenya.org.
You can now listen to select Hope FM programs on your favorite podcast streaming platform or directly on our website, www.hopemediakenya.org. Listen and live.
Welcome back. President William Ruto says Kenya is keen on drawing lessons from China's remarkable journey in poverty alleviation as the country intensifies efforts to uplift vulnerable communities. Speaking at the conclusion of his 4-day visit to China, President Ruto, who visited the Ningdi Poverty Alleviation Exhibition Hall in China, praised the transformation of the once impoverished region into a modern, thriving metropolis. Ningdi city, which rose from deep poverty within a single generation, stands as a testament to the foresight and persistence of its leaders, among them China's President Xi Jinping. President Ruto emphasized that Kenya is determined to apply some of these valuable lessons to its own poverty eradication strategies under the government's comprehensive framework for economic transformation. The Devolution Empowerment Party of Kenya, also known as MBAS, has announced its decision to part ways with the ruling Kenya Kwanza government, accusing it of neglecting the welfare of ordinary Kenyans. Party leadership, including Chairman Lenny Kivuti, former Meru Governor Kiraitu Murungi, and ex-Deputy Governor Titus Ntuchiu, says they've been sidelined since joining the coalition and are now focusing on grassroots mobilization to revive the party. However, BAS has not ruled out a future realignment with President William Ruto's party, provided their concerns are addressed.
And we have to be very clear. We cannot support Kenyans, Kenya Kwanza, if they are not addressing the issues that Kenyans are complaining about.
We as a party, we exist alone. And we are not going to merge with any other party until Jesus comes.
The BAS party is non-aligned. The BAS party is autonomous. The BAS party is independent. We are currently not in any formal coalition with any political party. And all those agreements, the coalitions, they are all registered with the registrar of political parties. So we have no agreement registered with the registrar of political parties with any party. We don't have such an agreement with UNDA. We don't have such an agreement with NAK Kenya.
Our constitution, the constitution of the BAS party, expressly prohibits the party from merging with any other party.
What happened is that after 2022 general elections, and when the current president was declared the winner, we thought, because Kenyans had given him a 5-year mandate to manage this country, we should actually work with him so that then he can deliver his manifesto. Yes, we visited him in Karen and we agreed to work together. But you see, politics is very dynamic. What we did that time, yes, we met him, we had a tea in Karen.
There was no signed agreement. There has never been any signed agreement between our party and any other party.
People around the president do not even want us to be very near, because that time, they are sharing positions. So people who are perceived to be outsiders, like us, were not very welcome. But things have changed over time. We've seen people have moved on. So we have no agreement, and we're happy that way.
So we are saying those coalitions, we can consider them in the future. But for now, our focus is strengthening our party.
Despite the heavy rainfall pounding many parts of the country, residents of Kisii County continue to grapple with an ongoing water crisis, sparking public outcry over the region's persistent water scarcity. In response to the crisis, Kisii Woman Representative Doris Donya has launched a new borehole project in Nyankoba area, Bobaracho ward in Kisii County, a move she says aims at providing a long-term solution to the region's water woes. Speaking during the launch, Donya expressed concern over the irony of the situation, noting that many families are still forced to walk long distances in search of clean water, even as floods devastate parts of the country.
Mvua inanyesha kila siku. Mvua ichelewe kunyesha ni wiki moja, ikienda sana wiki mbili. Kama kuna watu wanafaa kuimproviwa their water harvesting ikuwe juu sana ni Kisii County, kwa sababu the whole of Gusii region actually, sisi tutakuwa food basket, will be feeding the whole of Kenya. Lakini ni huzuni, mvua inanyesha. Mvua ikiisha hivi, wamama wanachukua mitungi, wanaenda mtoni. Naendelea kushangaa. Wale watu wanafanya research, the whole of Kenya, huwa wanasema Kisii they have food. We can't give them relief food. And we thank God we don't need that food. Tungekuwa na damu, Kisii wastore hii maji, itatembea all over Kenya. Hatutakuwa na njaa huku Kenya. We feed because we are a food basket.
Hii mradi ambayo inakuja hapa itasaidia watu wetu, manake hata nyinyi mkiangalia kwenye tuko kwa mlima. Mahali wanafuata maji ni kama kilomita 2. Na kilomita 2 mtu akiwa anajitwika maji, mjue hiyo ni shida sana. Na vile amesema ukweli, utume watoto wa kilomita 2, especially majioni, Hiyo ni kama kuweka hatarini hao watoto, especially watoto wa kike.
Now in business, border riders in Embu town have a reason to smile after receiving a 3 million shillings donation from President William Ruto. The donation came following a request from Governor Cecily Mbarire to the president to support them in his recent visit of the county during his week-long development tour of Mount Kenya region. Speaking while handing over the funds to the riders, leadership in company of Kirimari Ward MCA Ibrahim Swale, Governor Mbarire thanked the president for keeping his pledge. She said the funds will go a long way in supporting various economic empowerment initiatives being undertaken by different groups in the sector.
Wakati Mheshimiwa Rais alikuwa hapa, niliomba awasukume kwa mambo yao ya boda na akanituma na ile pesa ambayo alisupport 3 million shillings, na ndio tumeweza kupatiana siku ya leo. Tumekuwa hapa na leadership wote kusikizana na tumewaachia ile nilitumwa nayo, na tunataka kushukuru kwa ile support ametupatia, and tunaamini hii pesa itaweza kuinua watu wa bodaboda Kirimari Ward.
Tunanuia kuinvest na njia mingi. Tulikuwa tunapanga governor tutafutie kiwanja, na hiyo mpango itakuwa wakati itaanza, sisi pia tutapata nafasi ya kufanya nyinyi mjulishwe, ndio mkuje muone kama tutapata hiyo kiwanja, kwa vile sisi pia tutazeeka na tutaondoka, ndio wale tutaacha pia watakuja waone mfano, waige hiyo mfano, ndio pia wao waweze kujikimu kimaisha.
Mgao ambao umepatikana, vijana wamesema wangependa kufanya miradi midogo midogo kulingana na vikundi. Kwa hivyo hawatafanya mradi mmoja, lakini watafanya miradi ambao wamekuwa wakiendeleza kwa kila kikundi.
Coffee farming in Uasin Gishu County has gotten a major boost thanks to a generous donation aimed at transforming the region's agricultural landscape. The county government, under the leadership of Governor Jonathan B. Chelilim, has received 160,000 coffee seedlings from the Financial Local-Led Action Program. The initiative is part of ongoing efforts to revitalize coffee farming and offer farmers a more profitable alternative to traditional maize production. Flagging off the seedling distribution, Governor Chelilim expressed confidence in the move, saying coffee farming has the potential to create wealth and even turn local farmers into millionaires.
We are honored that through Floka, our good partner and a good friend, has given us one of a dream that we need to fulfill now. And we are here to tell our farmers that believe in this administration. What we say, we make sure that we fulfill. And right now, out of the 1 million dream, we are getting in now 166 seedlings. So we are cutting short of 1 million. And today, the deputy governor is not here, and some team again, we've gone hunting for coffee seedling. We want to make sure that we create millionaires in Uasin Gishu.
We have the largest aquifer in Turkana, and if that is exploited properly, and that is my plea to our able president, that we need to exploit the water, the aquifer of Lotikipi, that is likely to serve the entire of Kenya for more than 70 years, and it's water underground. And then we have other small aquifers, including the one KVDA is supporting just behind my office in Lodwar. So if we get such water out of the ground, then Turkana County will become a feeding basket for the country.
Rafiki soul is the promise of a hand that reaches and goes beyond what angaza tumaini kote. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru. Ukarimu, ukarimu. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru. Ukarimu, ukarimu. Rafiki soul is a promise of our hand that reaches and goes beyond. Watangaza tumaini kote. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru. Ukarimu, ukarimu. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru. Ukarimu, ukarimu. Rafiki
Friends of Hope, keeping hope alive.
Welcome back to today's conundrum, where we are looking at Kenya-China deals. Are they a source of hope? Kenya's deepening ties with China have sparked diverse reactions across political, economic, and civil society sectors. During President William Ruto's state visit to Beijing, the two nations signed 20 agreements covering areas such as infrastructure, technology, agriculture, and tourism. Notably, Kenya secured 126 billion shillings in new Chinese investments, including a $950 million deal to expand the standard gauge railway and develop intelligent transport systems. As lucrative as these deals sound, the question that many Kenyans are asking is what is at stake from the Kenyan side? What is Kenya bringing to the proverbial table to benefit China? Are these deals based on grants, or has Kenya added onto its already heavy debt burden? The government views these agreements as strategic to bolster economic growth and infrastructure development. President Ruto has emphasized that the partnerships will enhance sectors like renewable energy, e-mobility, manufacturing, health, and agriculture. However, various political leaders and civil society organizations have expressed reservations about the growing influence of Chinese investments. Critics argue that the influx of Chinese capital could lead to increased debt dependency and may not prioritize local employment or environmental sustainability. Additionally, there are concerns about the transparency of the agreements and the long-term economic implications for Kenya. Also at the heart of concerns is the dwindling relationship between Kenya and the United States. In the just concluded tour to China, President Ruto criticized U.S. trade tariffs on global trade, appearing to distance himself from it. In his defense, he says that he has chosen what is best for Kenyans. What does this mean for the many Kenyans in diaspora whose fate in the United States may be affected in retaliation? This is coming just about a year after the president and a large contingent made a lavish trip to the United States to strengthen ties and enhance partnerships. Ruto and former U.S. President Joe Biden announced multi-billion investment deals between the two countries. Less than a year later, all the agreements have fallen through with the new Trump administration, not to mention the millions that had been invested in the tour. The situation begs the question of how thought through are these agreements given the evolving nature of political spheres. Back to Kenya-China ties, while some Kenyans have welcomed the potential for job creation and infrastructure improvements, others remain cautious about the terms of the agreements and the potential for increased national debt. The government's commitment to managing debt responsibly and ensuring that the benefits of these partnerships are equitably distributed will be crucial in shaping public perception moving forward. In summary, while Kenya's strengthened partnership with China presents significant opportunities for economic development, it also raises important questions about debt management, local benefits, and long-term sustainability. The government's ability to address these concerns will be pivotal in determining the success and public acceptance of these international agreements. And that is today's conundrum. Well, today's conundrum brings us to the end of the bulletin tonight. On behalf of the whole team that has made this bulletin a success, thank you for watching. I'm Tess Njenga, and our sign language interpreter is Boniface Mureithi. See you next week, God willing. Have a blessed weekend.